So you're in the market for a new digital camera. Well, I'm going to give you some tips on what I do when I'm in the market to buy something new like a digital camera or an MP3 player. First, you have to decide what is your budget. How much money are you willing to spend and what are you going to use it for? If you're somebody who's experienced with cameras, by all means, spend $350 or more. Get yourself a nice camera with a big zoom lens on it. As for me, I use my camera for things like this, just making videos for YouTube, taking pictures of things that I want to sell on eBay, and just going around town or taking pictures of family and friends, just simple stuff. So I go with the small, sleek cameras that you can just slip into your pocket and you don't even know it's there. The camera I use is a Casio Xilum. It's a 7.2 megapixel camera, and it's not much bigger than a deck of cards. It's fantastic, just for the reasons I told you about. It's easy to carry around, it works every time, and I haven't had any problems with it. And I bought it refurbished on eBay. When you hear the word refurbished, if you think of rubbish, you're wrong. I buy a lot of stuff refurbished because it's half the price of new. In my experience, you have just as much of a chance of something breaking when you buy it new as you do buying refurbished. It's just the same. You might as well save the money. I'm an avid eBay user. I've been on eBay since the summer of 1999. Not everybody likes eBay because they think it is you're going to get screwed by somebody or you're buying somebody's junk. It's not really like that. You can buy new stuff on eBay, you can buy refurbished stuff, and you can buy used stuff. When I go shopping for something is I do a couple things. Looking for electronics, go to newegg.com. I like newegg.com as a source to look for something, a cheap retail price on any piece of electronics. So Newegg is a good site for that. See what it sells for on the internet. Then go to a store that is around you, like Best Buy or Walmart even. Go on the website and see what that item costs at the store or on the internet. If it's only $10 more expensive to buy it in the store, by all means, just go to the store and buy it there. And, you know, pay a little bit more for the damage waiver if you want to be able to go back and get a new one if something happens to your camera. By all means do that, but remember, you got to pay sales tax in a store. When you buy stuff on the internet, most of the time you don't pay sales tax, especially on eBay, unless the item you buy on eBay is from the same state that you live in. I like to go to eBay and see if the price on eBay is cheaper than Newegg. There are a lot of different sellers on eBay. And when I buy refurbished stuff, I look for, there's a lot of sellers that are in China or they're in Hong Kong and they're selling refurbished cameras. And despite what you might think, every time, and I've bought like 3 or 4 of them, they've been great. And they have never broke on me. They're fantastic, all of them. It's a good deal. One thing about buying a refurbished camera from these sellers on eBay is some of these come as a kit. And you get a small tripod, you get an SD card that comes with it, maybe you get a lens cleaner, maybe you get rechargeable batteries. That's what's great about these refurbished deals, is that they come in a whole kit, and I've bought more than a few of them, and they're fantastic. That way you don't have to go out and buy every single accessory separate. You have the whole kit all in once when you get it. So if you find the item, the exact item name, you do a search for it on eBay, you find it. You can sort by refurbished to new, refurbished, used. A lot of different search criteria. You find a seller that has a good feedback rating, has at least over 1,000 sales. This is a seller who is going to be there all the time. You can even click on their name, click on their feedback, and you might see a lot of negative feedbacks, but if you see like 50 negative feedbacks, but 5,000 positive feedbacks, that's a good ratio. eBay, it's not perfect, but your chance of getting screwed on eBay, you know, is like maybe 1 out of 50. So I take the chance to get a good sale. And of course, you know, I've been screwed a few times, but that's because I've made hundreds and hundreds of transactions on eBay. So you're bound to get screwed once or twice, or an item doesn't come out exactly as you thought it was. Like I said before, you buy something in the store, that thing will break too, just the same. If you're buying a camera and you decided that you just want to use it like me, YouTube videos, shooting things around town, just being an amateur with it, you don't have to spend more than $100 or $120, really. This camera I bought for $100, maybe with shipping was $120. A 4 megapixel camera should be good enough. They go all the way up to 12 megapixels now. A 4 megapixel camera, if you zoom in on a picture at high quality, you can see the pores on your skin. Now, how good do you need it to be? Really? What about the screen size? If it's 2 inches or 2.5 inches, that's fine. A 3-inch screen is great. You're going to pay a little bit more money for that, but to be honest, you're not going to look at your pictures, edit them, or edit video on the screen on the back of your camera. It's really just a reference for when you're taking the pictures so that you have it all lined up and focused when you hit the shutter button. You're going to do your editing on a computer screen, so you really don't need a huge screen. The problem with a huge screen is it'll drain your batteries faster, and that's the truth. Right, batteries. What kind of batteries do you need in your camera? Should you get the disposable AA or AAA type batteries, or go with the lithium ion? Well, I'm torn on that debate too. I like the disposable batteries because when the batteries run out, you can just quickly throw in some new batteries and just get going with your shooting again. You don't have to wait an hour to charge up your rechargeables. But then again, the lithium battery, to me, seems to last longer, and the disposable batteries drain faster. Either way, it's fine. Make sure that you get a camera that takes an SD card. I would show you one right now, but it's actually in the camera recording. I can't show it to you. It's the size of a postage stamp. Get the SD card, but because that seems to be the there's a lot of different size cards, but that one seems to be the most universal. That one should fit in most card readers, fit in a card reader on your laptop or your computer. You can buy them anywhere, and I would say spend 20 bucks and get a 4 gigabyte SD card. It stands for SanDisk, I think, or I don't know. You can get a 2 gigabyte, that would be fine too, but those are like $12. I say just spend $20, get a 4 gigabyte. They make 8 gigabyte, they make 16 gigabyte. If you want to spend $30 or more, be my guest. But you don't need more than a 4 or an 8 because you don't want to leave all of your pictures and video on an SD card. When you have the chance, you want to load it onto your computer. Make a folder on your computer for the media from your camera, and click and drag all the stuff off the card onto your computer. Alright? After every batch of pictures or videos you make. Why? Because if you lose your camera, if your camera breaks, or if you lose your card, or if your card breaks or gets stolen, you don't lose all your stuff. When I make a new video like this, I go right on my computer, I put it on my computer, I clean the card out and put it in a new fresh card. If you're not signed up with eBay, sign yourself up, go to PayPal, register with PayPal. That is the easiest way to pay for something that you buy on eBay. And plus, you'll be able to sell your stuff on eBay too when you're done with it, which is great. Newegg is great. I bought from them. They're fantastic. That's my advice. That's basically it. I hope you got something out of this. And I know this is a little long-winded, but I'm sure maybe I can help somebody out there. So, see you next time.